This week, we're diving into the Memorial Day travel forecast, with AAA predicting a 7% rise in travel compared to last year. We'll also discuss the National Weather Service's summer outlook, the ongoing wildfires in Western Canada, and a new Florida law giving state residents priority in park reservations. We've got a video of a shocking motorhome accident on I-84. Camp Scanner, a new tool to help you find campsite cancellations, is launched. And Camping World's Bauer RVs have been spied coming out of a factory. All that and more, it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Coming to you from the great state of Washington, just outside of Olympic National Park, I'm Jason Epperson. Welcome to RV Miles, your home for news and reviews on RVing, camping, and public lands. We begin this week with holiday travel. AAA anticipates a significant increase in travel over the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, with an estimated 42.3 million Americans planning to journey 50 miles or more from home. That's a 7% rise compared to 2022, with an additional 2.7 million people expected to travel, marking the unofficial start of the summer season. This could be the third busiest Memorial Day weekend since AAA began tracking holiday travel in 2000. 37.1 million Americans are expected to drive to their destinations, an increase of more than 2 million from last year, but about 500,000 fewer than pre-pandemic 2019. Gas prices are lower this holiday compared to last year, when the national average was more than $4 a gallon, which certainly has an effect on travel choices. The busiest day on roads during the long Memorial Day weekend is expected to be Friday, May 26th. The best times to travel by car are in the morning or evening after 6 p.m. The lightest traffic days will be Saturday and Sunday. Major metro areas like Boston, New York, Seattle, and Tampa will likely see travel times double compared to normal. And as we head into that summer travel season, the National Weather Service has issued its 3-month outlook, suggesting that average temperatures throughout most of the U.S. in the summer will be above normal, and precipitation in much of the east will be above normal. Thankfully, this summer is expected to be a bit of a relief on the wildfire front after several years of devastating fires throughout the West. But the story's a little different in Western Canada. Wildfires continue to rage across central and northern parts of Alberta, with emergency officials bracing for a long, grueling season. Alberta's vast oil industry is cutting production as the flames threaten wells and pipelines. Early May fires in Alberta have already burned more than 500,000 hectares of forest and prairies and destroyed numerous homes and businesses. More than 60 fires are active in British Columbia, and the 20,000 residents of Fort St. John remain under evacuation alert. Fort St. John is right on the path for many Americans traveling to Alaska for the summer, including us. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed HB 109 into law, giving Florida residents an advantage when reserving campsites in state parks. The new law, which takes effect on January 1st, 2024, mandates that state park reservations for Florida residents open 11 months in advance. Non-residents will be able to make reservations only 10 months ahead. This rule applies to cabins, campsites, and various other recreational sites like picnic shelters. To secure a campsite ahead of the general public, Florida residents will need to present a valid Florida driver's license or ID number. Florida state park campsites are notoriously hard to nab, and they aren't the only state that has made attempts to prefer residents in recent years. For instance, in 2021, popular Idaho state parks doubled the price for out-of-state visitors. I'd love to know what you think about this type of legislation in the comments, and if you're getting something out of these videos, we always appreciate a click of the like button. And if you want news like this delivered to your email, consider signing up for the RV Miles Road Signs newsletter. Once a week, we share our top stories to your inbox, along with some nuggets about our current travels as we make our way up to Alaska. There's a link in the description. Check out this wild dash cam video shared by the Oregon State Police. A motorhome on I-84 changes lanes without enough clearance and collides with a semi-truck, sending it rolling. The driver of the RV, a 35-year-old man from Virginia, was found at fault for unlawful lane change. The RV was carrying 4 additional passengers, an adult woman, and 3 children, the youngest being 2 years old. Fortunately, all occupants of the RV and the driver of the semi-truck escaped the incident unscathed. As campground reservations become more competitive, the team at Harvest Host is looking to solve the reservation issue with their new product, Camp Scanner, a website that searches hundreds of thousands of sold-out campsites for cancellations and notifies you instantly. Now, there are other websites out there that do a similar thing, but this one looks to be pretty robust with a great user interface. The folks at Harvest Host gave me a tour of the site, and I'm truly excited to use it. Essentially, instead of checking each campground repeatedly to look for cancellations, Camp Scanner does that for you. You can create a scan based on your travel dates and locations, and Camp Scanner will scan those campgrounds up to every 5 minutes. You then get a text or email or both when something new becomes available to book. Camp Scanner scans 12,500 campgrounds. Currently, the database pulls information from recreation.gov, which is nearly all federal campgrounds, including national parks, national forests, Army Corps of Engineers, and more, along with California state parks and any state or local campgrounds that use the Reserve America system, and many do. Camp Scanner has 3 pricing tiers based on the frequency of scans and the number of scans that can be running at a given time, but the cheapest option is probably going to be what's right for most people, and that's $39 a year. Camp Scanner is the latest in a growing number of Harvest Host products. They acquired Boondockers Welcome in 2021 and recently launched the Campers Card program aimed at offering perks and discounts at campgrounds across the country. Well, a little over a year ago, I shared the news that the nation's largest dealership chain, Camping World, intended to build RVs under the Eddie Bauer name. They said they would be building all sorts of trailers and even motorhomes by the end of last year, even offering a mock-up image where they took a photo of a Forest River No Boundaries and poorly photoshopped new graphics over it. The folks I talked to at Forest River weren't so happy about that and told me they definitely weren't building these Eddie Bauer RVs. Well, now an RV Miles viewer has spied Eddie Bauer fifth wheels and travel trailers rolling out of a Dutchman manufacturing plant in Goshen, Indiana. No surprise there, Dutchman also makes Coleman trailers exclusively for Camping World. Dutchman is a subsidiary of Thor Industries. Eddie Bauer and Coleman are just licensed names from companies that are a shell of what they once used to be. I don't know what the Eddie Bauer RVs will be like on the inside or how well they will be built, but Camping World's exclusive RVs, which include brands like Pioneer and Mallard along with Coleman, tend to be entry-level. Our spy says the Eddie Bauer travel trailers are built on the same lines as the Kodiak and Coleman products, and the fifth wheels are built like the Dutchman Astoria. If you come across news that you think our audience would like to know about, send us an email at editor@rvmiles.com or find us on any social media and send us a DM. Over on the podcast channel, we're diving into our visit to Redwoods National and State Parks, and we dig into a report that suggests this will be a busy year in American campgrounds despite the lagging economy. Check the video version out here. You can get it on any podcast app. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And that's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. We'll see you next time.